That's one of my things of what gives me a neo ability to see the world in these black and green matrix screen ways is my pattern recognition. That's what makes me a Rain Man. And if Rain Man saw those three things add up, he say, okay, well, the fourth one's gonna be Tiger Woods. And then the fifth one's gonna be, you get what I'm saying? There's a pattern of that happening. So I think the word sacrifice is, and I'm super Christian, but it sounds too, nothing can never be too religious, but in this really secular media world, they use religion um, to sound, and people always gonna write things off as sounding crazy. So, guess what? It's up to people to believe the stuff I'm saying or not at this point. Pretty much is right every time. So, and I still have the ability to speak, and that's why I did this morning, because the last thing I need to do is stop expressing myself, because God put me in this position to express myself. So I'm saying my pattern recognition says that looks like there's sacrifices to major black celebrities in Hollywood.
Thank you so much.
Mm.
Go ahead, Cap.
I appreciate it. I had a question, right? I've followed you like from your first album up until now. On your first album, you had songs like Spaceship, you had Jesus Walks. Even in your song The Last Call, which I still play when I work out, you said, I played Jesus Walks for me and they wouldn't sign me. And so now, when you fast forward to 2022, you're extremely active with your belief. Is this something that you wanted to do back then, but you felt like maybe either the masses wasn't prepared for it or would be held back, and now you feel like you're in a position to bring it forth? Because I'm a fellow believer in Christ as well. Like, what made that change come to where you push it the way that you push it?
Oh, just, Jesus will break you down. And I would like to not be one of them cliche Christians that only call on God on Easter or when they at their lowest moment. But it would feel like all those man-made possessions were taken away from me. And what I want to say when we talk about the accounts being frozen, that ain't got nothing to do with Jewish people. It has to do with the fact that I went on Drink Champs drinking and bragging about serving, not serving Christ. If I say, oh, I'll buy a girl a house, that ain't what Christ want me to say, and want me to say with the money that he provided. Because to get that to be worth $11 billion, that's God. And God had to sit me back and Job me and put me in that well for a bit until I told the world and used this position to say, Jesus is king. There is only one way. If you ain't talking about Jesus, you wrong, and you can't lead. You can't lead. Now you get some suggestions. You can work on this contract, but you can't lead. You can't lead until you follow. And until you follow the truth and the way, and that is Jesus Christ. And that's what I had to learn. And I go down there, because I go into these places. I got a Napoleon. I got the short man complex. I got the Michael. I got the lawyer from Carlito's Way complex for sure. What are you talking about? I got pink polo next to Rockefeller. You know what I'm saying? I still don't like the way Tata used to look at me in the studio. You know what I'm saying? It just never left my mind. But somebody just give you a look like, what you doing here? Play a beat. But I gotta say, one thing is so funny. It's like nobody really had my back and supported me as much as Tata. Now he always gonna keep it real because this is one of the realest people. Like if anybody know Tata, this is one of the realest, most straightforward people. Like even Jay might keep it more politically correct, but Tata just gonna boom. He's just gonna say what it is, how it always is. But Tata got me on Jay-Z on the blueprint too. I talked to him. I was like, man, Tata, I got this chain and back in Chicago, man, I'm running around saying I'm on the rock, man. And if I don't rap on Jay-Z album, man, people, they ain't gonna really believe in me as a rapper, man. And he went and got Jay to put me on Point Out the Bounce on a Timberland beat. And my rap wasn't even that good. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no Watch the Throne rap. But it's like he did that. Another thing is I always be talking about gym in the back, but leather in the front. I'm like, is you going to the gym or you going to the club? Let's make a decision here, right? So Jay Brown had a jacket. I told him, yo, I want you to go on a flight. I want you to put it up in that compartment at the top, and I want you to leave it there. So, but
Now,
and if you ever talk to Rihanna, talk to anybody, there's a whole email that I put like 12 people on where I'm just talking about his jacket for a long period of time, right? And he'll know exactly what jacket I'm talking about. And I hope he left it. And leave that in the lost and found and don't find it. All right. But what Jay Brown did is when I had Stronger, and this is funny, this is like some proper music industry stuff. I had the sample, and he was working at Def Jam, and it was very important because it was so progressive, this idea. Mind you, I made Stronger because my fiance at that time liked Justin Timberlake a little bit too much. He's all bringing sexy bag. I'm like, man, you just dancing too. You all up in the mirror to that, huh? You you bringing sexy back, huh? You just so we went and made Stronger, and I would play it, and she'd be looking like, because I was kind of like a backpack rapper, and she's like, yo, I don't know if people gonna understand it and get it. And I played the song. I remember they had Nicole from the Pussycat Dolls coming in and just like dancing. Like it looked like she had the whole Pussycat Dolls with her just to that. But then my boy Ice Pick, rest in peace, from Rough Riders came in and I played it for him and he put his nose up. He said, the whole album gonna sound like that. And then I remember I was like, oh, I got to get this song to a place where it'll play on Hot 97. We know we're going to get the pop stations. This before, I was canceled the first of my 30th times of getting canceled. So we knew we was going to get the pop station back then, but we had to make it for the black station. I put the song out. It didn't bang in the club. We went and got Switch to work on it, Pharrell to work on it. And then Timbaland, we had to go to the person who made Sexy Back. He redid the drums. It took him 10 minutes to do it. And then for the next 2 hours, he just talked about couldn't nobody do it but him. Can't nobody do this but me. You came to the right place. I'm the only person that could do this. Right here, I'm just sitting there, just listen to him. Like when Pusha T would have to listen to me talk for a long time. Or like how y'all had to listen to me talk for a long time right now. Thank y'all for being my therapy today. I've been going through a lot.
That's what's up.
no,
That's
we
what,
love
but
it.
but anyway, I want to say Jay Brown went and there was someone who had the sample also. He went and bought the song to ensure that the first time you heard that was from me. So me and Jay Brown have our differences. Like he got a difference. Like he feel like it's okay to wear jackets with leather sleeves and wool bodies. We agree to disagree. But he has done a lot. This stuff is like funny to me. I'm one of these people that you can tell obviously likes the sound of their own voice, and by the sounds of being the top 5 streaming artists of all time without no album out, hundreds of millions of other people do too. Did that answer your question?
yeah, somewhat of an answer my question.
Okay.
Now, my next question.
Wait a
So,
second. No, wait a second. He didn't sound energized on that though. I,
No,
I want you to
no,
give the
no,
question
no.
correctly.
Get him,
put
yay.
some energy in that one.
Get him, yay.
No, no, no. I wanted to do a
Oh,
follow.
shit, y'all.
I, I want to do a follow up, but I know Ion's going to ask a
No, no.
question
Do
about.
the follow up because I want your energy level to be high.
Okay, so my follow up. So I follow like the Israelite belief, and so the reason why I asked you that question about your path is because I love that journey. I see you're switching, and then from watching the Drink Champs video, you made a statement to say that we're the Jews too. So like, where did that part come from? Was it something that you learned from like the Jewish people, or is this something that you learned from your own side? And where do you intend to take that part?
You know, when I went on Alex Jones, is interesting. He talked about this. It's so funny. You wouldn't expect Alex Jones to specifically back up that thought and that theory. I just, I would read the Bible. I'm looking at the location of the Bible, and I wouldn't visited Buju Banton, and I'm getting different people's perspectives on Christ. I have my boy Mickey Halstead also shares these same beliefs. And my question is, why are we the only people that don't have a flag? Well,
That's heavy.
obviously, our existence was erased. Those slave ships was real, bro. You know, we are the Jew and they are Jewish, like that of a Jew.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, you wanted to hear that? I'm already canceled, right? So I could say stuff like that. I want to make sure because it was important. Even though we're not face to face, I heard in your voice that my that Timberland story that I tell all the damn time was not that funny to you. You was trying to get into some like you was trying to get into like a real conversation. We trying to line up in front of the stadium right now. And people, my thing is, you know what? There are truths to the relationship. Stereotypes exist for a reason. There are more Chinese computer engineers and Indian computer engineers than there are of other races. You know, there are more creatives in the entertainment field than of other races that are black. You know, certain stereotypes exist for a reason. That's why they're around. Like everyone's trying to like homogenize the new world order us and not have us look at the heritage of where things come from. Something I heard for Christians uh, out there is that the Bible describes dinosaurs as dragons, because that's something in the indoctrination school known as Sierra Canyon that they do to make your kids come home and be like, "Well, Dad, well, you know, what's up with the dinosaurs?" So we're saying the importance of history. Um, and if we know where we come from, we can know where we're going. And there's all these overlaps where history repeats itself. Like certain stuff when I go through dealing with, when when he was getting in trouble, right? And then soon as Bruce Jenner turned to Caitlyn Jenner, here go Corey Gamble. Why is that? Because if you see me and Kim and I'm doing a Yeezy fashion show and we got the most visibility of all time, then the richest man in the world would offer me a deal and then take the deal away from me and then hire my best friend and make him the head of Louis Vuitton, right? It was all to keep us at the Ari Emanuel entertainment level because we stay where on the path we're going, we get to Medici level. You go above Vatican, you go above Vanguard, and it was a juice. So,
No surprise.
but that's the thing is you got to understand the Armenians work in the meat packing district and the Jews work in the nigger packing district.
Mm.
The Jews are
Mm.
used by the Chinese to control the blacks. They just middlemen. They'll sell anything.
Now, next,
That's real. That's real. I mean,
Come, come and
that's
Definitely.
get
real.
Definitely.
me. Like,
now you definitely get some juice right now.
oh,
No surprise.
but that's the thing is you got to understand the Armenians work in the meat packing district and the Jews work in the nigger packing district.
Mm.
The Jews are
Mm.
used by the Chinese to control the blacks. They just middlemen. They'll sell anything.
Now, next,
That's real. That's real. I mean,
Come, come and
Definitely.
get
real.
Definitely.
me. Like,
now you definitely get some juice right now.
Hey, hold on, guys.
Did they shut it down?
I think the room closed.
Oh, Clubhouse clipped
Okay.
it. I was just talking to Gio.
Huh.
What?